Had all these plans of who I envision myself to be by 40. You should be doing that. If I'm 40, can I still twerk? You know how easy it is to find a habibi and go to Dubai? Who's calling my phone? Who's calling my phone? Turning 40 and it feels so good. I interrupt my usual sit down and talk to you content to let you know that I'm turning 40. I don't know how I got here. I don't know who I am. And I don't know what's gonna happen to me in the future. Hi, my name is Djena. Welcome to my very unhinged, chaotic YouTube. I usually do, well, semi-professional. I try to be professional in my videos, but today I'm gonna freestyle it because I just need to release what I'm feeling in my heart. In this exact moment, I'm feeling confusion. I'm feeling like I'm on the verge of explosion. Like I'm supposed to be a grown-up, like an official grown-up now. You know, like I thought I was a grown-up when I was entering my 30s, right? And that was cute. That was cute. But now I'm entering my 40s. And it's like now I'm like a certified grown-up. And mentally, I feel like I'm still 24. Like I feel like I have the maturity of a 24-year-old. However, physically, oh God, I can't. I need a cup of tea. Come on, let's go get a cup of tea. My tea and I'm just sitting here wondering, like, how did this happen? You know, I mothered, I worked, I was responsible for people, I've been married, I've been separated, I've been in relationships, I've been, you know, so I guess I have been an adult. I guess I've been adulting, but I don't know, like there was just something that came with knowing that you weren't 40 yet. Like, I don't know, it felt comforting to know that I was still considered relatively young. And at one point, like, my body was, you know, just a normal body. But now what's happening is that even though I have the mind of a 24-year-old, my body is saying otherwise. My body is like, no, Trick, you are old as hell. My body is reflecting 74. You know, and I shouldn't even say 74 because my stepmom is 75 and homegirl goes to the gym every day. Every day, okay? Goes to the gym. She be in the gym. You know, she be doing in the gym. She be doing that. You know, that, what do you call that thing? What do you call that, you guys? Come on, refresh my memory. What do you call that? Let's bring some more here. The rope. She be doing the rope. I can't do that. I can't do that right now. I can't do that. I'm not keeping up with my stepmom in that regard. I think I'm older than her, actually, so I shouldn't say I have the body of a 74-year-old. I should say I have the body of an 84-year-old. Winter is kicking my butt. I'm not wintering properly. If I'm gonna be 40, I can't just up and twerk like I used to, right? Well, to be quite honest, I haven't been twerking in a hot minute. But I feel like I want to get back to twerking, you know, because I deserve to twerk regardless of the age. I just feel like when you have a twerking spirit, you should twerk whenever the twerk calls you to it. And I haven't been twerking. But now my question is, if I'm 40, can I still twerk? Because if I can't, I'm not going into 40. I'm not. I will stay 30 something forever. Don't you dare call me 39. I'm leaning on a pile of clothes as I continue this discussion with you. Clothes that I washed maybe 4 days ago. And I said, oh, Djena, put the clothes on your bed so that you could fold the clothes and put them away. 4 days later, the clothes are still on my bed. What I do is I sleep on one side and I leave all these clothes on the other side until the day I get to them, and I'm hoping that I will get to them soon. I really need to get vergonha na cara, as we say in Portuguese. I really need to get vergonha na cara, but okay, I digress. Someone's calling my phone. Who's calling my phone? Who's calling my phone? Who? I'm going to put makeup on. I just feel like I can't finish this video looking crusty for you guys. Is it just me? Or is my memory shot? Like, I'm turning 40. I'm losing my memory. I broke my nail. I broke my nail in the most weird way. What? That's praga de alguém, my God. I find myself forgetting so much more now. And before, I used to blame my forgetfulness on baby brain. Eventually, my kids weren't babies anymore and I couldn't use baby brain, so I blamed it on mommy brain. And mommy brain is a real thing. Baby brain is a real thing, you guys, because you are just so mentally, not mentally. Yeah, mentally, psychologically. Yeah, you are just so overstimulated and so fatigued. You have too much information in your brain and you end up, you just can't remember everything. It's a real thing. It's a real phenomenon. Look it up if you think I'm capping. But it's like my kids are way too old for me to still blame mommy brain. So I came to the conclusion that it must be me turning 40 then. Because what else could it be? I went to go put the heating on and I had my cup of tea that I was drinking. So I walked out of the room and I'm like, well, what did I come do in the hallway? And I forgot. And then I came back in my room. And when I got back in my room, I'm like, yeah, I went to go put the heating on. So I went back to go put the heating on. And I'm thinking to myself, this is something else I need to add on this video for you guys because, hello? What is happening? Okay, now I feel a little bit more presentable and I feel like we can continue this conversation. Being free and carefree is a wonderful feeling. However, I also know that this video is going to be on YouTube for a while. Hopefully it will be evergreen, and in a couple years I'll be able to thank you guys for watching my videos and making me a billionaire. And so I'm aware that at some point I need to present as a normal human being in this video, and this is that moment, okay? I need to present as the 40-year-old that I'm going to be. Oh my God. I suppose this is my opportunity to say, praise God that I've made it this far. My life has been a series of roller coasters, and the fact that I'm alive today, and I'm moments away from turning 40 is a blessing in itself. And so thank you, God. Thank you for this. May I see many decades looking as young and fine as I do today. And having gone through everything I've gone through in my life, the fact that I'm here, the fact that I'm not, a prostitute, the fact that I'm not with a Nigerian oga, sugar daddy, just trying to make it in life. The fact that I haven't sold one of my kids and, I go to work every day to care for them. Like that, those are things that no one applauds me for, but I think everyone should applaud me for. You know how easy it is to find a habibi and go to Dubai? Huh? So the fact that I'm taking, the hard-working route in life, like, I don't know if that's something I should be happy and proud for. Because in this economy, I could really do with some habibi money. Don't piss me off! Going back to the issues I have with turning 40, is that I thought I would have had 6 packs by now. And I don't. I thought that I would have been way wealthier than I am right now. By God's good grace, I'm healthy, but I'm not as wealthy as I wanted to be. you know, and I didn't want to do the whole marrying rich thing when I was younger because I was quite prideful. And I was like, you know, I don't ever want a man to throw money in my face, to be like, oh, I'm the reason why you've done this and I'm the reason why you've done that. So I thought that out of my own merit, you know, that I would be able to apply my skills, which I'm still trying to figure out what my skills are, but I thought that my beauty and my energy and my comedic flair would get me far in life. Like I'd be a billionaire right now.
How? Hold on, bro. How you, I'm saying, how, like, talk to me, bro.
I'm not. I'm far from. I'm just like, my God, today, 40, what is happening? Like, all the plans I had for 40 have not come to fruition. But at the same time, when I look back to perhaps 8 years ago, when I moved to a new country with 2 suitcases, a double child buggy, and a bag of food, a plastic bag of food, may I add, because it wasn't even like a cute tote bag of food. It was a plastic bag of food. I took a 10-hour coach ride to come to a new country, semi-new, with my children in tow, in search of better opportunities. We had very minimal, you know. We had to crash in my sister's house. We had to start off in a very, very humbling apartment. I didn't have furniture back then. I used to put what you call a throw on the floor, and that throw was our couch. That throw was our table. That throw was our bed. It was our living room bed, because I had a blow-up bed, okay? And my kids had a bed, because obviously I needed to make sure they were okay. But I had a blow-up bed, which I slept on for a year. I've already explained the story on YouTube, so I mean, but if you want to hear it again, let me know and I'll do a full video. And the video won't even be to say like, oh, what was me? And I think that's the point that I'm getting at with this, is that I'm not as wealthy as I thought I was going to be at 40. I had all these plans of who I envisioned myself to be by 40. But the only person I can compare myself to is myself. And so if I compare myself to myself 10 years ago, I have come such a long way. Today, I'm in a house. Today, we have a stable car. May continue, because sometimes my car be playing up. And I'm telling you, every day there's a new piece that falls off of it, but we're still pushing. We're still pushing. My children are healthy. They go to good schools. So what do I have to complain about? In comparison to who I was 10 years ago, I think I am wealthy. And I think that's what, going into 40s, that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on seeing the silver lining of the little moments and the little things, which maybe I think they're little things, but in the grand scheme of things, they are big things. Like, when we got to this country, the way my life was in shambles, oh my God. So to see my life today, I am a wealthy woman. I am wealthy. Actually, y'all better treat me like the billionaire that I am. Go! I think one thing that I also want to do in my 40s is to stop referring to myself as not wealthy, or to stop putting words out there like, oh, dang, I'm broke right now, or I'm poor, or, I'm always making like jokes with my friends like, oh, I'm not up to your standard, I'm not up on your level. Like, but why aren't I? Why do I always downplay myself? And this is something that I need to work on myself. Like, I'm going into 40, I need to get it together. Like, stop downplaying yourself. You have come such a long way. You're doing it big. Don't compare yourself to others who probably had more opportunities or had a different route in life. Like, it's okay for them to be where they are, and it's okay for me to be where I am today. So, with all of that said, in my 40s, I'm working on counting my blessings more. And blessings don't have to be big bada boom blessings, because God blesses us in ways that sometimes we don't even realize. bro, the fact that you woke up is a blessing in itself. So I need to start thanking God for the little blessings as well as the big blessings. I also need to work on underestimating myself. I think this is another thing that I do a lot. I've had moments where my self-confidence wavered. And, you know, and I used to question my own judgment. I question my discernment. I question my decision making. But funny enough, every time I do question myself in regards to something, whenever that something happens, I'm always right. Or everything that I was feeling and thinking always turns out to be right. So why do I doubt myself? And I noticed that I do that, especially like, for example's sake, with friends who are like way more in tune with their spiritual selves than I am, right? If they present a problem or a situation to me, I always think that they have better solutions because they are more in tune with their spirituality, completely overlooking my own spiritual discernment, which I think I've been working really hard at, you know, developing. But then towards the end of whatever problem that they present to me or situation, the things that I'm thinking that I don't always voice, I'm not always vocal because I always think like, oh, you know, I don't have enough knowledge to say something about that or whatever. I always tend to be right. So it's like, why are you doubting yourself? Like, you know, I think that I am a level-headed person. I think I am. And as crazy as I am, I have been through a lot in life. And so I think all of these experiences have helped me form better judgment. So why do I doubt myself? You know, and I think it's like, I don't want to be responsible for not misleading, but leading someone astray, or, you know, giving the wrong advice or whatever. So I tend to go with whatever the person says. And later on, I'm just like, but in my heart of hearts, I felt that it should have been this way or that way. Why didn't I voice that? So that's something that I need to work on. At 30, I thought that I was going to be this like big, bossy, like very assertive person. Like, I'm not going to be a people pleaser. I'm not going to be this and I'm not going to be that. But a little bit of that still lingers. And so that's my mission for 40s. I have 10 years to get it together in my 40s. And I hope I can do it. Because if by 50, I'm still a people pleaser, pack me up and throw me out. Pack me up and throw me out. Because what am I doing? Another thing, I need my microphone for this. Another thing that I thought about as well is I spent so much time in my younger years looking at myself, and like I've always been confident, but there were times where I looked at myself and I was like, "Ooh, girl, like you could do with losing some weight." Like, I don't know why my focus always has to be on weight, and I don't think it's because of me. Because me personally, I don't care. But I think it's like when I have people around me who focus so much and emphasize the importance of being slim, then it's just like, oh, now I have to be slim. Because if it was just me, girl. You know, but then I look back, like now, like lately, I've been looking at pictures of myself back in the days. Back in them days, I thought I was like this huge girl, sexy nonetheless. Always sexy, don't get it twisted. But I thought I was huge. And now I look back at myself and I miss that version of myself that I used to complain about, that I dismissed. My contacts are sticking to my eye. I need to replace my contacts. So I'm sorry if I look like I'm sad or I'm crying. I'm not. It's just my contacts are like hugging my eyes. What was I saying? You see? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. It is serious out here. I completely just lost my train of thought. Ain't that crazy? Now, more than ever, there is this emphasis on us taking care of ourselves. Like, and I don't just mean mentally and spiritually, because that's important too. Please do. We're way too old now to be claiming trauma and all of this. Like at this stage in our lives, we have got to let that go. We have got to have worked through that, if that is English. I hope we are working through that so that we're smooth sailing through our 40s, like, or at least starting to process all of that, so that by the time we get to mid 40s, all of that is behind us, and we are now, you know, preparing ourselves to go into our 50s as lightweight as possible. So obviously your mentals is important, your spiritual is important, grow closer to God. Y'all know we're coming into a World War III, right? The way this world is going, you need to be close to God. We have also got to work at our physical health. That's what I'm realizing. Like, you know how I was, you know, cracking jokes and saying that I'm older than my stepmom because my stepmom is 75 and I feel very much 84, okay? But I realize it is so important for us to be mindful of our physical health, being conscious of what we're eating, exercising, because not just for the aesthetics of it all, right? Like we want to be able to be with our men and be comfortable in our bodies, or even when we're not with our men, fuck the men. When we are by ourselves, we want to be comfortable, right? We want to look at ourselves and, you know, with pride of who we are. We want to look at ourselves and be happy and content with ourselves. However, there's also that extra point that is the changes that are ahead. You know, maybe there are some 40-year-olds that are already experiencing premenopause, perimenopause, or however called it, perimenopause. No, not perimenopause. Premenopause or perimenopause. Or, you know, we need to start prepping for all of that, and for the menopause, and for all the changes that are coming to our hormones. Our bodies are going to take a hit. So if we don't start prepping for that now, I fear that we will go through a roller coaster when we are going through those emotions. What? Who am I? Emotional roller coaster.
I'm on an emotional roller coaster. Loving you ain't nothing healthy.
Okay, focus, you guys, focus. I fear that we are going to go through tumultuous times when we start crossing the desert of hormonal changes going into menopause before we can get out on the other side. So I think if you haven't already, like myself, I haven't been exercising, I haven't been caring for myself, I realize that I need to get serious. Every morning I get up and I stretch, but that's not enough. I need to do some sort of physical activity. I'm not saying you need to go climb Mount Kilimanjaro, but you need to move your body. Not for today, but for tomorrow. Okay, today's actions, tomorrow's consequences. Is that how it goes? Something like that. Okay, so that's another thing that I realized that I need to work on. If there's anything that you take away from this video, is to take care of yourself, and taking care of yourself in every single aspect. Okay, your aesthetics, your self-care should include not only your skin, your hair, your nails, your makeup, your blah blah blah, but also your body. Care for your body today, because from what my older girls are telling me about menopause and perimenopause, it is raw. It is brutal. It is brutal. So, my God. So, take care of yourself today. There's another thing I wanted to add here as well, you know, and this is for future Djena, okay? So, you don't have to listen to this if you don't want to, but future Djena, I want you to know that you've already started working on being assertive. I've already started working on saying no to things that I don't want to do. So I suppose going back to that people pleasing comment, I am working towards that, you know? And I hope I perfect the art of saying no, because there's an art to saying no. I hope I perfect the art of saying no in my 40s. I hope I am like Oprah, you know, like Oprah just, well, I don't want to be like Oprah because Oprah's a little problematic right now. Like Oprah, I don't know how I feel about Oprah. And you know how I was telling you guys, like my discernment, just, you know, like my judgment. I feel like something is iffy with Oprah. Like I feel like I'm proud that she's a black woman who is successful and she climbed that ladder until she got to where she is today. But I also feel that during the climb up that ladder, Oprah did some dodgy things. I can't fight that nagging feeling that our girl Oprah is problematic. But she mastered the art of saying no. And I want to do the same thing. I want to do the same thing without feeling guilt. Because I'm starting to say no now. Not even because I want to say no, but because life is telling me no. However, whenever I do say no, I feel guilt. And I want to be exempt from the guilt. That's who I want to be. Exempt from the guilt. So I hope I get there. What are you turning 40? And when are you turning it? In 2 weeks. And what are you gonna do about it, girl? You're gonna rock your 40s, girl. All of a sudden, I'm supposed to act my age. And I'm really having a hard time with that. Because, you know, there was a time in my life where I used to fill my mouth to talk about people who were turning 40 or were in their 40s. You know, like when you used to be like, oh, that person's 40. You know, like your mouth used to get full, like, oh, 40. You know, like, that person's turning 40. My mouth used to be so full when I said 40. It was like I had like marshmallows in my mouth when I said 40. And when Kim Kardashian cried about turning 40, or whoever it was, one of them Kardashians cried about turning 40, I said, oh, babe, I'm sorry about what you're going through. It could never be me. And now here I am. Now I'm turning 40. I'm spiraling. I want to get a cake that says fucking 40s. Because that's what's happening to me right now. Fucking 40s. But I can't even do that. Because is that ladylike? Can you imagine me like, hey kids, we're gonna cut mommy's birthday cake and my birthday cake says fucking 40. But that's what I'm feeling right now because it's like, how did I get here? I feel like this is setup. This is setup, y'all. Like, and you know, like whenever I used to talk with my 40-year-old friends, I'm like, I can't wait. I can't wait until I get there. Oh, the 40s are amazing. They say the 40s are the new 30s. Oh, I'm so excited for you, girl. I'm about to turn 40. And there's somebody watching this saying that could never be me. And I'm about to turn 40. Another thing I have to be grateful for is that in a world where cosmetic enhancements have become the norm, I'm proud to say that because of my brokenness, I have not had any encounters with needles. My face is all natural. My body is all natural, as you can clearly see. Okay. I have never, ever experienced or played or you know, mingled with the Botoxes, with the fillers, with the surgical improvements and enhancements, non-surgical, non-invasives, anything. I've never done anything like that. And obviously I feel like I need to. My contact is hugging this eye and I look like I look like I got a lazy eye, but I don't, I promise. It's just my contact that's like sucking my eyeball. It's literally sucking my eyeball. But I'm telling you, and I'm telling you right now, the minute I get me a habibi, and y'all see me with some big fat ass juicy lips, don't ask no questions. I'm telling you, don't ask no questions. Just come to Dubai. This is all I'm saying. Okay, my hair, the color is virgin because I had cut my hair off, and this is my hair in its virgin color, you guys. Like, I don't have ridiculous grays. I got some mixed in there, okay? So I'm not saying this to put anyone down if you have, because I find grays so beautiful. This is why I think I'm not dyeing my hair. I haven't dyed my hair because I want my grays to grow. You know, like when you start dyeing your hair and then you get like that ring of white hair, but then the rest of your strand has dye. I don't want that. I just want everything to go white. But at the same time, I also want to go ginger. I just feel like I need to dye my hair one more time before I give my final hurrah to dye my hair. Because I really want to be that woman that has like a big, white, gray, curly fro. Oh, I so see that for myself. Like, I can't wait till I turn 50, y'all. And I know y'all gonna be like, but Djena, don't, I can't wait till I turn 50, okay? When I have like this big, wild mane, but all white and gray, you know, with maybe a couple of strands of, you know, a darker color in there, but like natural. Oh, I cannot wait for that moment. I actually can't. So that's the reason why I'm not really big on dyeing my hair, because I thought that by now I'd have way more white strands, and I didn't want to disrupt the growth of my grays. But they're not, they're not growing because I'm not aging. All right, you guys, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm concluding this video. There comes a point that you just have to accept changes. The positioning of my camera here is questionable, and I'm scared. I'm scared. I really know how to make you smile when you're looking in my ocean eyes. So scared. I'm gonna go. Because despite the fact that I'm not 40 today, okay, I still have responsibilities, and one of those responsibilities include cooking for my kids and feeding them. Like, I really have kept 2 people alive. I deserve to see my 40s. And not only have I just kept them alive, I kept them alive and thriving. You know what an accomplishment that is? Like, I don't think we give ourselves props the way we should. Okay? I don't think we sing our own praises the way we should. Despite the spiraling, despite the chaos, the confusion, despite the crisis that I'm going through, despite it all, I am so excited to go into the 40s club. Okay, I hope you will welcome me with open hands. Okay, be nice to me, because I'm a little shy or whatever. And I hope to be an even better person than I am today. I still have a lot of areas to work on, a lot of self-development to do, and I don't think we ever stop developing, okay? But I look forward to it, you know, despite the tears, despite it all. I look forward to it, and I hope I thrive, and I hope that in 10 years time, when I'm going into my 50s with my white hair, white curly afro, may I add, that I look back at this video and I'm like, oh my girl, you had it so good back then and you didn't even know. If you are on the same journey, like if you're getting ready to go into your 40s, or if you already entered your 40s, count your blessings. Practice gratitude. Everything else will fall into place. Because I think that's all. I think that's like the main thing right now. Like just counting my blessings and being grateful for the fact that I'm seeing another year. And for the fact that I am here today, being who I am, doing what I do. And having all of my people and all of you. If you've made it to this far in the video, drop me an emoji in the comment section. Then I know that you made it this far, you know, because somebody who didn't watch the whole video wouldn't just drop a random emoji. I want a random emoji. What represents 40? Would we say water because we're gonna struggle to hold our bladder in, so we might pee on ourselves every night? No, I think that I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. Okay. Put a flower. Drop me a flower emoji. Give me some flowers for my birthday, okay? If you've made it this far, thank you so much. I hope that despite the chaotic nature of this video, despite the chaos of this video, I hope that you walked away with something. And even if it's just a little belly laugh, or, you know, it doesn't even have to be a belly laugh, a chuckle, a little... I hope you walked away with something from this video. Thank you so much for being here. Blessings to you and yours. Here's to another year, y'all. Turning 40 and it feels